maybe you have not understood my point. My point is a very simple one. We can discuss the flaws of every president. President Kuffour wasn't a saint. I have criticized him over several things. But the point I'm making is who says Kuffour is a demon? There is at every time.
And who says Kuffour is a demon? Is a Kuffour a demon?
No,
it's a Kuffour a demon.
But Listowel, if she had to
it's a Kuffour a demon.
Not Kuffour the president. You cannot go and mention any other.
No, it's a Kuffour a demon. Listen, it's a Kuffour a demon. One time for Kuffour is a demon. It's a Kuffour a demon. Why can you criticize Kuffour to reduce him so a demon? Now Kuffour the only be a demonic. I have no right or nobody has the right to criticize Kuffour. What is demonic about Kuffour? What is demonic about Kuffour?
No, you see.
What is demonic about Kuffour? I don't have any problem you quoting your source. Okay. I mean I may build him a point. So if you want to have discussion, you should have kept quiet for me to finish. We didn't have time in the beginning.
Let's go.
I may build him a point. And I could tell me prove me evidence. And I'm attend that there's nothing wrong. Let me finish. There's nothing wrong. Say you as a judge, I will timono. Also, bet me those sources about. But me making a point. And I've quoted my source, and I want you to read my source for me. Anyway, let me read. This is Reuters, and I've tender as exhibited the amount. Published on March 15, 2007. Update 2: power cut to shut Ghana's VACO from Friday. What can I say? Accra, March 15. Ghana VACO aluminium smelter will shut down indefinitely from Friday due to chronic power shortages in the West African country. VACO chief executive Charles Mensah told Reuters on Thursday there is no electricity to run the smelter. We just decided to shut down, Mensah said in an interview.
But it's a fact 2007 it was shut down.
So what is wrong?
Let's move.
And very more Kuffour.
So I
can mention Kuffour. I'll mention Kuffour today and tomorrow.
Kuffour was shut down in 2007.
If you don't know, I'm telling you today. Kuffour
was the president.
Kuffour is devilish than Kuffour.
Kuffour said we'll shut down. I shut down. What's it will shut down? Read it.
Was it shut down or not?
Was it shut down? Read it. Read what you just read.
No.
Read what you just read. We'll shut down.
I thought he said you want to have discussion.
Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
You were till for a PENDREAM TV in Pacho. When you say the news not all from an eddy bro. News say Obabeti in Pacho, so what didn't want to Trebia and as what didn't Trefa. News be I present your platform where you saw for your voice note not for sending it. I was 0277 128 777. The debate 2 PENDREAM FM so Magana for you not young call Tea and a story eddy bro.
You can work the whole night. Okay, so Amuzu Dilaw says yes, in Manhattan, long trucks can only enter after 12 a.m. for delivery. That is Huntor.
Look at that.
All right, so to us.
And so any problem.
And Obi send me a message says yeah, Boadu or say bank crash I walk. Kejetia.
Inside. Inside.
Yeah.
To Nana Eyadia Edaho. Share filling station say Accra how we do 24/7 and so you about 10 pet na obekodi obi en ho obekọ filling station how do mo matter how do honum ne beka 24/7 at 11 the what check cry at 12 wapon why because what tra honum a kromfo di to ba be sirin so abegini sika enti okọ pharmacies how do one kra ha obedu 24/7 na so de ko after 11 so obinya service unya. The only pharmacies are betting me pharmacies are Ben hospitals, major hospitals, and I bet me almost service after a year 24/7. And kind of unya because of what lack of security. Timama the police will ban the first rock and say we make sure say we make a provision for security. Yanko firm fra brochiri and ya deba. When your policy equal important. Free baby. We don't need IMF.
When your toilet
to implement
discussions.
And we don't need tax. So you don't need to tax people to run 24-hour economy. That's why in America say you need a visionary. Obia who can see future from afar. and you will be a feature no, would you feature no to any air pray. A Kuffour the economy and some manage was said they are doing the wajim or the manyame, young trend the next leader. You do about what was say, I will do everything possible within my power. Just say, but I'll become a president. We and I say president. Share Vaku na ye juma 24/7. Vaku ni etum. Nana tema oil fan ni etum. Na ye ntum. Ye dum Vaku a year March 2007 because of doom so. Ye ni nkania almost so nkania no mu use no is about 50% of akoso money na. Eno mampeni Kuffour me dum Vaku na ne Vaku eno ano no. Sene Nyamia do Mahama create timia build Ghana as of vidum samye wo excess energy capacity. E dey na prevent Ghana say e be revive Vaku. Ya revive Vaku a sa na dey na omo ye ne san say Ghana ha say ne say abade ntina na ne bo be kɔ form sa metal fabrication nkɔ form ye nyina no e be kɔ form. But the nuclear wo mu ne say
issues with Vaku no. If I should explain briefly. Oh, adia enkroma ye no was to get Mrofu to take our bauxite out of town. No, my brain alumina. Adiana Ibrahim Mahama Peso or Keteli was to bring a smelting machine down here to refine the bauxite into alumina. Difficult for governments. In fact, Baumianum at some point decided say, Omo de bauxite no, ebema China for amomo yeah. Now Vaku no, you couldn't feed it at some point because alumina na de be ma no. O bauxite no be fa kwa. If they say be omo de be a percentage of alumina be ba no. Omo fa ma.
No, the truth ni say yan shut down Vaku because of say ni enya alumina e feed it. That is not the
what is it?
That's not the cost. That is not never. That is never the cost. The cost ni a doom so. Now you can take your phone and Google.
Look at this.
The cost ni a doom so. Take your phone. May say Nana there. Just take your phone. Take your phone and Google.
Okay, so hold on. You are talking about the 2007 shutdown.
Yes.
The shutdown was largely because of alumina.
It wasn't largely. It was largely
even as we speak.
The cost near doom so.
As we speak today, Mrofu to open Vaku as it used to be then. No.
So what is your point?
My point is that Vaku no, the best way I betimi aye say ya benya smelting machine e dia bagana ha abetu ye bauxite a refining wa ha e dia feed Vaku.
Okay.
That when the US government was taking the bauxite,
come back to the point that John Mahama has the vision,
yes,
to make it work again.
It can work
from which any angle.
Yes.
All right.
It's not easy.
Nana. It is never true. Me say take your phone. Obia ne refi bia just Google.
No, on cassette.
Meba. Nane ma menchero Nana ti say how ye tie. Do you want to tell me say Nana na ye host, ye were this setup, ye run station ye run a ye adwuma kama. Na producer or mo ho no air conditioner say. More fancy. Enti ye num station no. Na ye nya mechanic man be service AC no a ansa na resume. What kind of businessman are you? Your business mindset in a way. What is the ideology? So we can say ye ntu no wan e di feed all these years and Vaku fancy and ye adwuma no munya raw material ne free hin no mo processing.
Look at that.
No munya free hin no mo processing. Now the truth is that the truth. Okay, let me finish my. You have your turn.
I'll let you finish.
You have your turn.
We are having a discussion. We are not debating. Anything he mentions. Because Kuffour he wants to bring,
and that is the truth.
So what's the big deal about
Vaku was shut down. So
what's the big deal about it?
Now who says
whatever?
Who says the big deal?
Have I not discussed Kuffour's
Who is the big deal?
No. That's not the issue.
So don't talk about Kuffour administration.
That 2007 and you shut Vaku
because of Doomso.
It's a fact.
Yes.
2007 Kuffour was the president. It's a fact.
And the fact is the reason they gave.
Hold on. So now. Let's deal with the issues we're raising. What my education kakra on how Vaku can operate back.
Very good.
And fully.
Yeah, Nana Meba.
Which is very educative.
Any.
You understand?
Any. Valco never run it 24/7. It creates jobs. Nan for praise on Benya Juma of Valco no munya. The attention so some kind of works and happiness by. We are Juma no wedgie weni. And it was shut down because of doom so.
No, me caso so here.
Me yama me person be distract me. I will give you the article for you to read.
So let's move on.
It's as if someone is arguing over something.
No, he our discussion. Okay, bro, for me, we say Valco shut down largely
because of the raw material.
So he is looking at the doomsday aspect. You are looking at the smelting.
What we are discussing, no. You see, no. Sometimes the reason why I'm taking it, I'm taking it in that there is nobody's time. I can give you all my time. I just want us to understand what we are doing. I can give all my time to you.
You share your time.
I was say a cheerful import of
and
what
to them. I mean, you give your time.
You see,
to
the
explain.
whole thing is that you don't just say and a Kuffour to Valco as if say Kuffour no were interest in closing Valco down.
You see.
This is so personal these are things that I don't like. He said that.
He's not here to tell what you like.
No, I don't know. It's not about what I like.
Okay, so this is the issue.
It's not about what I like.
Kuffour was paid with my taxpayers' money, with my mother's taxpayers' money.
And so what?
Even today,
was he not your president?
You are still paying him. So I have every right to criticize Kuffour.
I don't care.
Good, bad, and I will do it any day, anytime.
Hold on.
And I have every right to also defend Kuffour with everything in me.
And so we deal with facts.
What's the big deal about it?
Nobody stops you.
He says no. The reality is that is it true that Valco was shot in 2007? Yes. Who was the president?
Kuffour. So and is it true that I was shut down because of doom? Yes.
Can you allow me?
Me the Bako can one man sana refi.
Can you allow me? So these two facts, no. I mean, you can
look, you can even add his. You can even add his doom so. But the point is that it must not be as if President Kuffour had interest in closing the Valco down. It was due to
you have given us another side of one of the reasons. And he is giving
the reason. Praising it largely because of that.
You know. And he is giving us a reasoner on also ETIAS here.
Yes.
It gives us facets of reasons. So let's move on.
Okay.
Now,
let me move on.
Maybe you have not understood my point. My point is a very simple one. We can discuss the flaws of every president. President Kuffour wasn't a saint. I have criticized him over several things. But the point I'm making is
who says Kuffour is a demon?
There is at every time.
And who says Kuffour is a demon? Is a Kuffour a demon?
No,
it's a Kuffour a demon.
But listen, if she had to
it's a Kuffour a demon.
Not Kuffour a president. We cannot go and mention the name.
No, it's a Kuffour a demon. Listen, it's a Kuffour a demon. One time for a Kuffour is a demon. It's a Kuffour a demon. Why can you criticize Kuffour to reduce him so a demon? Now Kuffour the only be a demonic. I have no right or nobody has the right to criticize Kuffour. What is demonic about Kuffour? What is demonic about Kuffour?
No, you see.
What is demonic about Kuffour?
Not the entire Valco here to me no. That's what me voice out. Then you think there's no problem. Let's share ideas. Simple.
You are a very progressive man.
By the time
I'm not
by the time I'll give you.
I'll give you.
Munia Haruna Muhammad say or just a minute quickly. Haruna, quick. All right, so quick one. Let's do this.
Monsieur, mo program na say there were two conflicting interests in terms of the analysis of how Valco operates under whose regime. Under Kuffour, now there were two major problems confronting Valco. And Valco, in its full capacity, near produce, which is the ingots, there were 200,000 capacity per annum. Now, we share before Bebano. Now, Valco was not able to produce to that full capacity because of one, not your light problem under Kuffour. Rollins. Two, now your raw material challenges. Before Kuffour came, Kuffour Bayern, now he was able to tackle one port, which was because of utility challenges. They were not able to power two smelting ports. Until manage to sustain that particular port now, that's the smelting port. Until before 2005, yes, the same challenges now or inherit here, which was the doom. So let me put it this way: the Valco shut down for a whole year, and then in 2006, he reconstituted a board, and then they came back with a full capacity of one smelting port again, but not two. And then he made sure that raw material challenges time was adequate to be able to smelt one port. Now, Usha before 2008 2009, after NDC and the mills, they made sure that Valco got additional ports, which came up to two. But raw material challenges at that time also affected that particular.
So the board of contention here is hello. So the board of contention here in 2007.
Yeah.
There were issues with Valco.
Yes.
And the issues with Valco, no, from your explanation, no, means we're having issues with energy
and then raw material.
That is what we are talking about.
Very good. Now, Mills Bayern, even with the one port under Kuffour, Mills was able to add additional ports. We are running 4 ports, but because of raw material and energy crisis, they were not able to power the same 4 ports at the same time, smelting ports. So we were running 2, and then they were not able to power the 2 because of raw material. Into Mills Bayern, he made sure that the 2 ran concurrently. But before 2010-11, the same particular issue, and let me take you this how the integration is done. We have the raw material, no doubt about it, but the smelting of the raw material, which is the manganese, we don't know how to do it, so we would have to export it for them to smelt it or process it into alumina. Until Valco or Ghana will go to the US to buy the alumina and come process it into aluminium, which is near Valco. Valco can process into aluminium and then process it from aluminium to ingots. And that is why the only source of alloys raw material is Valco. But because of inadequacies, they would have to resort to Kaiser in Russia for ingots. So, Dudwana issues concerning Valco has to do with raw material and energy, but it varies from regime to regime.
All right.
Under Kuffour, it was two reasons. Because of that, they were not able to power 2.
All right.
And then restore it, and they were powering 2 smelting.
All right. Thank you, Arena. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So that's it live in Accra. I think the same no, you see. Hold on. It's the same thing in Yeka. It's the same thing. Even Haruna crowd and the same thing. Just that Obia take you something that and then my woman.
You see, the reason is
let's make progress.
Let's go. When I was making my point, Listowel would not even allow me to land the mere mention of Kuffour's name, I was so bam.
You came saying Kuffour sat it down. It's not true. It's not true.
It is true.
It's not true.
Nana, my send article. Let me use my time. Let me read. Yes, let me use my time and read. Let me use my time. Let me use my time and read.
Why?
Let me use my time and read.
2007.
It wasn't sat down.
I said, let me use my time and read.
Okay,
you can believe whatever you believe, but whatever you believe got nothing to do whatever I'm going to say.
Workers protested about what?
The protest was that I had to say Ejuma Ayeko salary at some point, and you were not working to a certain capacity. Now a bit miyama productivity across Ramo Menya Ejuma ne ho faso de atwa moka.
They protested about what?
Workers no na salary sensem no
for you na salary no mutu.
No. And you see the close down no crampo no. As recent as 2022, there have been a shutdown of Vaku. I'm referring from a timer. It was a shutdown.
Okay.
Nana me say my sendo article, my tender in my exhibit. Nana read for us.
Exhibit of an article.
My reading,
which could be written.
Nana read for us. Read for. Me person wa will be now king. Okay. Masima me can say 2007. Vaku ne ran 2000, it ran 24-hour economy, but it was shut down because of doom so. After say Kuffour there, so for question ko bompaye e wa koso mo that's a Kuffour record.
Wikipedia and my join line and other platforms says it was reopened in early 2006. However, the plant Vaku was shut again between 2007 and 2011. In June 2008, Aqua sold its 10% stake in Vaku to the government of Ghana, leaving it wholly in government ownership and with no source of foreign investment capital. So the information, but where we need clarity on it is the shutdown.
And I've given you the same source now.
Let's move on. Please.
So now why is it difficult for you to read? Okay, let me also read from here.
Yeah.
Because if the judge fails to or refuse to read my exhibit,
but I've confirmed that 2007.
Okay, this article was called by Reuters.
Hold on. Read it. We am reading.
Me na building my argument. And now we are coach now. And I me evidence.
Sometimes.
Nana meba. So I don't have any problem. I don't have any problem. You quoting your source. You quoting your source.
Okay.
I mean I may build a point. Building a point. So if you want to have discussion, you should have kept quiet for me to finish. We didn't have time in the being suggesting.
Let's go.
Men I may build them a point. And I me kuta me prove me evidence. And I'm attended the amount. There's nothing wrong. Let me finish. There's nothing wrong. Say you as a judge, I will timono. Also, bet me those sources about. But me, I mean making a point. I've quoted my source, and I want you to read my source for me. Anyway, let me read. This is Reuters, and I've tender as exhibit the amount. Published on March 15, 2007. Update 2: power cut to shut Ghana's Vaku from Friday. What can I say? Accra, March 15. Ghana Vaku aluminium smelter will shut down indefinitely from Friday due to chronic power shortages in the West African country. Vaku chief executive Charles Mensah told Reuters on Thursday there is no electricity to run the smelter. We just decided to shut down, Mensah said in an interview.
But it's a fact 2007 it was shut down.
So what is wrong?
Let's move on.
And very more Kuffour.
So I can mention
Kuffour.
I'll mention Kuffour today and tomorrow. Kuffour
was shut down in 2007.
If you don't know, I'm telling you today. Kuffour
was the president.
Kuffour is devilish than Kuffour.
Kuffour said we'll shut down. I shut down. Was it will shut down? Read it.
Was it shut down or not?
Was it shut down or not? Read it. Read what you just read.
No.
Read what you just read. We'll shut down.
I thought you said you want to have discussion. I thought you said you want to have discussion.
Yes,
so why are you
debating?
So why are you making noise? So go and sit down and have your time. If you want to have a decent
it's not that I said debate. It is not correct.
This is not how we debate.
It is not clear.
This is not how we debate. You are writing
Wikipedia. I can go to Wikipedia and change anything there now. I can change anything at Wikipedia.
Okay, so prove to us that 2007 was not.
No, he read something from the end.
And I'll give you a quote. So give a proof. Give a proof that 2007 Valco was not shut down. Give us a proof.
You have
give us a proof.
That's your proof.
Give us a proof.
And I'm beating it to it, sir. You said we'll shut down. Okay. And it has not been shut down. Right?
Oh,
we'll shut down.
It won't stop me.
And
it's this.
What kind of
after then will bring it toy generators because Valco consumption is about 50% of the total generation in Kusumbo Dam. So they shut down a Valco.
Let's go.
Mahama came and was solving doom so less than 4 years. Something that Kuffour couldn't solve in 8 years. What solving we and there were excess energy capacity. Again, a preventing MPP government from reigniting a Valco and ready 24/7 economy because Valco adwuma na be no and the private investors about ma take over mo yes adwuma no enti eba be say MPP financiers business so they will never allow it to operate to na ye adwuma under Rollins egui under Kuffour it was shut down under Kuffour to and so me proving catches that was not shut down under Kuffour was said that creditor told that recovery 1.5 billion. Through that, Ghana Commercial Bank was facing collapse. National Investment Bank was facing collapse because of toll debt. At Ames Mahama Banubitriae 2016, na Ewadako manage toll na ye juma. Boss na ye juma. True or false?
Let's go.
Kuffour Dubai no MPP, another MPP. Kuffour on the dice this type what tete no Kuffour na tete Kuffour because na Kuffour nya minister Kuffour na so Kuffour say campaign chere Ghana for some to abama na we ne di Ghana be ko akudu boss assassin so you can never distance Kuffour from a Kuffour's mate. If a Kuffour is a devil, Kuffour is worse than the devil. 2017 MPP buy and he has shut it down to ye adwuma okwa na to no mo dada storage facility and MPP for financiers go finish product bar no ma cost or no mo ton ma Ghana for so they won't allow the toll to operate because they are making money. That is it. And Mahama is saying say oba toll ne ba be 24/7 be 24/7 Ghana yen benefit so 24/7 economy no is it not there? The Valco is it not there? And they don't have any excess energy capacity. So do you think that we shut down again the Valco because of say electricity because of say they see shutting down 2007 and Kuffour? So this is what I mean. Say Mahama has already laid down the foundation to take up 24 a year manufacturing a year economy we work because under Omampeni Kuffour peso even Yabo can 2008 Yankwaji electricity 80 megawatt and free a year Cote d'Ivoire and the buy. Yankwaji farmer, but people sit on radio and say Kuffour didn't bring doom so and under Kuffour there was no doom so. People sit on radio and TV and lie through their teeth and telling people that because the things are Ghana for real fearsome. But 2008 ya kwa straight 80 megawatts from Cote d'Ivoire and sana Ghana for 8 million match in this country. Mahama fixes that problem nina and the manufacturing sector no do na ntumi a operate under Kuffour because of doom so one ntumi anya wo hwe no. And then Mahama Sovia mania excess energy capacity. So all this manufacturing sector no will go back to work. And manufacturing yenya from 6.5 and running 24. That is what I mean. And then what I mean is that Mahama wanko ewie anko 2 sebi above 1 no dey sapole ehaya. Mahama didn't send asofo. Someone kwana mo kobom payempa so di hu family fans face Ghana problem. Said the Kuffour ye or send ya so for Kuffour down Kobom Payeno. Mahama didn't do that. He's a visionary, a critical thinker. What trust no Ghana for problem say problem any a solution any problem in a nim but solution and Nyankopɔ Adaruma will be so as one view any this is the problem which is 24 a year economy and it is possible because Mahama shots where da Okofa a year to be pharmaceuticals no all these pharmaceutical companies are they were collapsing. Mahama support omo after century consensus. Omo buy no mo musika omo gina omo na so no. Company they didn't only survive. They expand their production. Omo say be another firm to know where entrance pharmaceuticals under Tobinco. Omo running 24/7 economy. So it's possible it's already in existence. But just say Ghana phone fire drink course, so you shouldn't pay much attention. And Mahama said what they will be providing security. Any day in every environment for this manufacturing companies to work 24/7. Say the baby create jobs. Now you're there. But this is the vision we are talking about. If you're a leader, don't think say you can be judged when you order to tear kunyaso as a leader. Even uwechi Ghana for yebekoswa can we still remember Kwame Nkrumah. So we are the pa ebebo din, we are the Mbonia ebebo din. I'll continue to mention Kuffour because I stand Kuffour worse than
okay. All right, so quick comment here from Fifi Banson. And Fifi Banson says Bobie, the agreement was to have Kaiser bring in bauxite from Jamaica for smelting. Akosomo, built by the Kaiser Group, was our only source of power, and Kaiser were using almost 60% of that power and refused to pay its commensurate fee per kilowatt as agreed. That is how Kaiser folded up, and that's VALCO issue. So let me pick it up. The agreement was to have Kaiser bring in bauxite from Jamaica for smelting. Akosomo, built by the Kaiser Group, was our only source of power, and Kaiser were using almost 60% of that power and refused to pay its commensurate fee per kilowatt as agreed. That is between Kaiser and Ghana government. That is how Kaiser folded up VALCO. So then we are getting different angles as to how VALCO folded up. But yes, but you see, it all come back to the point that, look, whatever issue we have raised here, from the messages I've received outside, meaning two issues, I mean,
they played, but the major role, you see,
anyway, so VALCO is not under discussion. We are talking about 24/7 economy,
yes.
And this is your time. Let's move on.
You see, anytime me imagine say me best studio, I just decide that at least I will learn and also share what I have learned, and as we progress, at least we will get listeners informed, and they will also help us, because there are so many people out there listening now. They have much information than we do.
Oh yeah, of course.
And so I don't underestimate the prowess of a listener, because text messages are all kind. The imports of the messages, they drive us to also equip ourselves and sharpen our tools by guiding our thoughts and our learning process.
And then with this melting issue, I'm learning more.
Kwara, this is something that I have learned, because I have so many people that used to work with VALCO and Kuffour. Oh man, ne wofasi a one ne yepe, one ne boy tipen, one one wofasi but one ne boy tipen. No, yeah, Juma VALCO.
But I hope we don't focus on VALCO so that we can move on.
So, menene bet9 ewo tema. Ena mi the processes are ye faso a ma sa smelting ne alumina ne sa no manoma. In fact, VALCO as at 2014 thereabout, Saturn na mo Metro TV. Omu documentary bi kura me, I'm the one that did the documentary. Yeah. Except that me yeboka omo entwiaka primary. And I remember all those things. What must I say? Kwara, I also do remember say baby na VALCO akwako duro no. Energy na okano. Eyadia. It was also a factor.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, you need a lot of energy to be to build
to run it.
So.
Yeah, to run it.
Oh, when we debate things and make it look as if even baby I free, I learn processes be from no. We should still begin to juxtapose that and make a Kuffour have a field day That's where I have a problem. Because Kuffour nyimi sir, I'm telling you.
And it's not different from a Kuffour.
What must I say? Kuffour nyimi sir. Kuffour at every stage of his governance, no. This is in biotech biano. Me, I've queried him about a few things in the past. Even now, presently, if those things come on board, I will question him. Because, for example, Doomshaw came under Kuffour and he couldn't solve it like John Mahama has done it. This one is trite. We also Harvard and San Wababekase. We say John Mahama took responsibility and he has solved it. In fact, that is the only reason. Those are the things that differ John Mahama from the many presidents Ayenya. What must I say? Yeah. And that is why me MPP ni sankwa siasamu small boy ni nam ho keka wa abante no odo party no oni party we ofi henfa me MPP ni but me say me support John Mahama and I'm waiting for a letter from them. Me MPP ni me nyai party no eso me say me support John Mahama kwase abuo nti Jimmy nti me support John Mahama, and this is because John Mahama no, he is 1 in a million. If you discuss John Mahama and you want to make it look as if say John Mahama now we're discussing into no, for example, Kuffour flaws no or no etimi abe betano no. Kuffour do aye binti no John Mahama ne Kuffour do John Kuffour ne Kuffour do ye pa.
The same.
I feel insulted.
The same route.
Ghanaians will feel insulted.
The same.
Ghanaians knew the economy under Kuffour.
The same thing.
Aye bo obesia. Otu adwuma mu ye adwuma aye bo obesia. We dey onu ogu adwuma no. O ka say we are akolakro ya wo no foforo kwa be say no. You are not thinking right. So Kwabra, on the issue of 24-hour economy.
Abeyime rice project. A rice processing project was shut down under Kuffour. Was it thinking as a mad person to have shut down rice production? Is it different from a Kuffour? Was it not shut down under Kuffour? Was it thinking as a mad person?
I'm a very progressive being. I don't want to regress. I don't like regressive analogies.
You gave regressive. I'll quote you. It's the same thing.
You cannot coach yourself, can coach somebody. You can't even coach yourself.
I'll quote you. It's the same thing.
24-hour economy. If there is something that any politician would want to bandy words with, it shouldn't be this. Oh, there be a mekase John Mahama no. The way I would hear no. Say every microsecond or the drain near 1,000 one. That same microsecond no. Kuffour do ni na pamfu nyina komuti bo ho a omo de badwa ade ba ko ho sa de ne ye kro no asa instead say omo betena se I interrogate omo ho no omo busa say what's the best way forward, not just what's the way forward what is the best way forward. Omo so omo question na nipa bia wo ti wiase a wo musa ho question bia no. In fact, because you have not posed any questions to yourself, you are not able to have answers, and questions are problems, answers are solutions. Mene Sammy hey, his argument from Zoom Lion, and you mentioned another person, Kwabna. Every problem solver is a rich man in this world. Omo solve problems no. Omo na eyesikafo eyadefo ewo wiase we mu. So we probi oyesikani bia na Kwabna research about them. They were problem solvers. That's why they will make money and they will be wealthy. Zoom Lion is Zoom Lion because fi na wo da bia wo se wo ya Ghana ni uni uhuni na Aliu Mahama etu fo se di uhuni yempe fi na ugusua wo di fi enu nti wo fi na wo ye no woni aban be kwa koye kanana aye kokwa mu dwadie efi no won pra enso ni MMDC for nyina sa contract the whole Ghana. Sikano we pay taxpayers money no. You the Zoom Lion ka. because contract now was an a fee no kura one pra. O wie so de wo so ko pra fee no wa pra wie no na ka twa kura fa ma no. Kura no an oni MMDC for airbo Ghana ha. Enso so wo fee ni nti as Ghana ni wo fee nti. Oni sanitation minister semba ona na ese chiri na oye oka because oni no na yes ha business no assembly ko wo ebekra no what must say and that is why problem solvers or even people that attempt to solve problems no omoyesikafo. Now what do we have as a problem in this country, Kwabena? Everyone knows to say we go to sleep when we don't have to sleep. Mm-hmm. And rightly so, Kwabena, when him say a lot of people are more capacity to go to work. Every running shift. There are so many plants that work on the ha. For example, what the cement industry. Why must a company like Jata Cement have a closing time? Say abononum yapon. Well, of course, you know, say machines no could work for a certain number of time non-stop. Last year, who sent an America. What they call to gas and for the no out to some no ayekolo. Achinya. China for crowd they say omo bargain. Oh, now you see you're close to cement factories 5. Yes. I'm saying right. I said China for no. Oh, yeah, close to 5. China for no. More for using inferior materials. China for no. Yes, raw materials. Oh, what I go for? Do you say ya? Obiano ni asem. Enu kwe so na ye. Na why ye with your credit card? Come here. Yes, standards authority. There is standard authority. Oh, papa na yes. Oh papa, me no say ye friend. I want to pen an adwin adwuma. We do why dey kakra. Oh why dey kakra. Oh, I know my because enti say obi discuss 24-hour economy. Yeah. We are not discussing something about say a certain facet of the economy. It's the entire economy of Ghana. And what they call 24-hour, which will help open the economy 24 hours, 7 days in a week, and 365 or 66 days. Interestingly, your boy lady be a tape be a video be. Meaning so to me follow ya. Man follow. Lady me raise about various sectors. Yes. He mentioned the health sector. Yes, the health sector. Say and the hospitals ni be. Okay. So we are on the same page. Yeah, I mentioned hospitals, clinics, yes, harbor. Yeah, and obi send me message busam say I didn't the baby to say tema harbor city so you can't imagine. Yeah. But you know, before John Mahama said this, he had begun working at it in 2016, opening the harbor for a 24-hour work non-stop. I see. It will have new terminal now. Oh, floodlight na bobo hono. The Jubilee now. Jubilee was done by I think Kuffour. Yeah, Jubilee was Kuffour time. Yeah. We say floodlight no. And no be neboho. And it was supposed to be working 24 hours in a day. 7 days in a week. Sunday kurano. So we over sorry ako obeba. So you run shift. But for whatever reason, you know, people have always thought that for example, MPP for argument be on the buy. Government workers were intimate moka. Na workers of about 600,000 ka, which is too huge for Ghana. 600,000. UK workers in Rusa. I see. There is nowhere like that in this world. Abai Edinisika, there's 70%. Etia workers ka. Debbie, you privatize it. That is why Broni Timikacho said the private sector is the engine of growth to economies.
Yeah, Kuffour can be yet. Kuffour can be.
Mammy has a show. Kuffour on your bruni. On your bruni, Pacho. On your bruni. On your bruni. Bruni footer. Bruni cankai. On your bruni anyway. Oh. Hey, idea, Sequabna. Busa say hospitals are running 24-hour services. But look at the workforce. Ubedrian Rajo, Dr. Niho. Admission pe because almost emergency service there. As a hospital, no, masa sa we omo ayibi omo sign, to be omo sign. And untino say patient ba untimi empamono. You have to receive the patient. Even clinics, you have to first receive the patient and then you can do a referral. What I say? Which means say you still have to do a 24-hour service. Nabusa say how effective and effectual has it been? It has not been effective because how we can even privatize some sectors of the economy. For example, Kwabna say me ko fa nurse for na me bie a nursing bibi to say hospice. Oko America you will be a friend hospice.
Okay.
Omo ya rehabs. Rehab center. Kwabna say nke bia obi oho kra akokra bi wanyini yentimi hwe no fie owo sasabro wo yare bi wo ho a ohia attention time bia no ye de omo ko rehab na time bia no ye mo attention. Until they even guide you in the process of say uko no ye ma won hwe won kwa keke. Until you say abrantie na bia wakotwi moto wapira kwabra ene ko even 37 a enumpo eye papa e won kran ha minyi kolebu mfrim but ye nyina ye nim de ekoso kolebu sa no bed syndrome no we is any money free wa. You can only get those things done when you have enough facilities also enough hands omo ye adwuma. Enti at that time na John Mahama e kase ma ye mfa nursing training allowances no ma me ye abatros nsan ye kom ma nurse fo a ye training omo no quota system and reduce omo na omo pa omo kwankwaje loan abai ukoje abai loan na kwabna ye den ya wo ba ya abai adwuma na abai atetew
simple
sabre no na o kanya nsasemu Kuffour do na adwene ayi te se pentium no 1 terabyte kasa no o ka bi ai bawumien onu kura de pentium 1
pentium 0
kura no so ka bi oh na he was building Ghana to a point it was going to be very easy for that way to take off. What must I say? It was a habona the oye wo ho health care. He was building hospitals enough to have enough nurses. In fact, it would have gotten to a point where a nurse crampa won't quite buy hospital page because private sector better than a buy betrial.
Yeah.
And all that was something that he was doing. Because America, your private nurses are omuye adwuma a certain agency. And the agency ne do omako hospital bi omako ye adwuma. Sa hospital no obetia agency ne ka. What you say? Na agency no onso so atua nurse for ne ka. Ye wo obi wo wa so obekwa kwose abayem as a nurse on koda because abaye adwuma na wo kwasem no ebi anuoma bi wo wa incentives bi on they incentivize them. Nurse benya e wo private sector ho no onya. So eno na amankofo abie agencies be bra nursing ayifo no mo frɛ no na say dia no mo de man pay living oba besia wo se me kwa America and then okoya wo se me kwa living because we be agency living no nurse for adwuma. You have to be trained as a nurse, certified nurse to do that job, and it pays even more than Ubia. Your friend is saying, or what mainstream nursing under Abai.
Yeah.
Etiquabra, these are things say etikasi we adria, any question will be trouble because adria mere. No. Ebia say a What dream na say ekiki wa adwen a.
Man back with.
Let us say wona wontimi nwi ye. What I say? Hwe ba bi te say entertainment sector. Fifi Bansin here or no any field OTA. Yeah. He will test and tell me if I'm a liar. Those times nightlife. Kwabna, the economy that we could generate from that nightlife no kwano. Na nya sem ketwa. Because as a former DJ proudly at that.
Oma be say shemudie ni.
Oma say shemudie no.
Be say.
Kan no o bo first strap, o bo podium. Frebamba tebusa no. Never how much money
you koso
Kravi koso anya obefa Vienna
ya koso
bibia koso bibia tuatua
koso
what ma say enkofo a ye to omofo muntia omo no magwa omugusu no agwa fo so benyeska meboa
ose
ayufo benyeska CBC there efo benyeska
CBC true
omo so benyeska and that nightlife ni na ewu. Because we have not particularly paid attention to all these things. Kwabna, come to a place like the manufacturing, retail,
production,
and Kwabna, imagine say Obia or no, Fanny say Oyensa,
like Adonko,
Pacho, and a member Joy Daddy, aye, Joy Daddy bitters.
Okay. So I don't go to a bitters.
And I may say, Kwaku tell them a cantino, my boy Joy Daddy. My boy Joy Daddy.
Over. And there was my boy don't go.
Oh, Kwabna, say, if you are running that economy, that entertainment industry in Kwano, Kwabna, Omubenyeska, Sanko Foni Benyeska, ma, and I drew de. Did you have a coso?
Yeah.
Fanny say, Omo ba ya a driver for Moka Masemi.
Yeah.
He failed to mention something. Apart from say, Ebia anaju pese upiko baby. How about emergencies? Unim nipa omo abre ansa na bi krampa je so mko bo obi fie epunumu gate mu epa obi chew obi a ne yire nyem. Ne yire na wo kan no na ade asa onya ka anko. What must I say? If you have such an economy, it will reduce the death rate. There are so many people who have died because Yakopeka cried in Nako hospital. How is the ambulance system in Ghana? Almost koda. They go to sleep. Hospital. In some cases, they put only one driver ambulance bako. I want a custody at the premises of the hospital. Meanwhile, Senka a 24-hour economy. Drivers never run a shift.
Yeah.
What must I say? So this is something that is too detailed. You need to take time and digest it.
But you know, I think going forward, the NDC as a political party will find time and break it down for us.
They have to because it is too wide. It's too huge. Kwabra
story OTCC a platform my friend PENDREAM TV and I OT story no na o feedback we here and story our no any story be our platform so be our tia o pese o my feedback no fafa WhatsApp message or WhatsApp number 0277128777 na ye be bo e PENDREAM FM Ghana for nyina ate won ka
Debi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase na so far so good say open online portal e Ghana nipa share nipa follow nipa comment here to my best of knowledge without any biases PENDREAM TV